Okay, so normally this is technically out of my usual topics, considering that ironically I usually talk about video games and stuff. There is a few times I do this, but I just gotta talk about this situation because this just pisses me off to the point of no return. And shockingly enough, not only is the title not a lie, but the fact that there's even a video of it, which is from a news source, down below. You can watch the whole thing. I'm going to give you the clip notes version. It just sucks. It just honestly sucks. And admittedly, when I first saw this, especially with the image of a boy hugging the Pikachu plushie, which thank God the boy is okay, and we'll get to that shit in a bit. I thought, okay, this seems like something Pokemon related and such, so it's my cup of tea. Turns out it's because the kid actually just loves Nintendo stuff. Who wouldn't blame him? However, it turns out to be also 10 times worse than just the usual Pokemon card crap that's been going on. Hell, it's not even something related to Pokemon at all, actually. Because this is a totally different subject that I feel like needs to be spread. And yes, I am a little bit late to this as well. I think many are, because this happened 6 days ago at the time of me making this video and time of the video in the link down below. But it's so horrifyingly shocking that I just need to talk about it because, it's a very serious subject that affects many people. But holy crap, this is insanity. This is like the reversal of what usually happens when it comes to this subject matter. Because I hate to say it, but this wasn't bullying, this was murder, and I'm not the only, or at least attempted murder, and I'm not the only one who thinks that. Thank God. Okay, so for context, if you don't know, the kid in the photo, which I don't know the name, of course, that you can look down below. I think the whole video explains what happened in better details, but I'm just going to tell you what I think happened. And honestly, I feel like there's a little bit of on it. I don't know. There's a bit of white lying, to say at least. And the only reason why I say that is because this sounds like there's much more to what's going on here. Granted, what happened still happened, and the main short part of this is, yes, the boy ended up in the hospital because his bullies went way too far. But something tells me a certain word is not being truthful, that being the word park. And I'm just going to be honest here. Again, I don't mind getting shot, but this situation is so crazy. I don't think I'm the only one who questions if the car was parked. Now, for context, for those of you who know, and this is the story so far, though it doesn't matter what it is, it's still freaking horrifying and messed up. Apparently, this boy was getting bullied at the school for 3 months. And he just moved into this new school. And next thing you know, he's get freaking bullied for 3 fucking months. Which is just sad, in all honesty. And normally, these types of bullying is a pretty serious problem in schools. Especially since they're fucking stupid. And really, this scenario paints a good picture of how psychologically bad it is, but also just really horrifying, to say the least. So how the story goes is pretty much a 6th grader, which makes me question if this is like a middle school or like a combination of elementary and middle school, because that stuff does happen. In fact, I think I was in those types of schools while I was in foster care. Don't at me, it was like a whole story. That's not important. But what happened was this 6th grader, who's pretty much a fucking psychopath, let's be real here, especially what I'm about to say here, and what I'm about to explain here. This psychopath literally threw this innocent kid, into a car and busted his kneecap while doing so. He literally threw the kid into a car and busted his kneecap. Literally actually attempted murder to this kid. And again, I know I could be wrong, and I'm willing to take the bullet here, but this does not sound like a parked car. This sounds like more so they're just literally throwing a kid against the road, which could be worse if that was the case, but still, I'm very skeptical. But yes, this did happen. The freaking long story super short, this bully attempted to put this kid in a hospital. That's not bullying anymore. That's attempted crime. That's a murder. And it's absolutely insane. And again, there's more details in this description down below because again, I'll send the video here, but I just want to give my thoughts on it. And yeah, everyone should be pissed at this. This is fucking up. And of course, what's even more sad is, as explained by the story, which isn't shocking, obviously, to say the least, the school, even before, during the bullying, they did nothing. The school nor the school districts did nothing at all. And really, it's just unfortunate. It really is unfortunate because, again, this kid's life was on the line, and they literally attempted to murder the kid. Like, seriously, the kid went into the hospital. He had to get literal surgery for this. And again, I do question if it was a parked car. I mean, it could be worse if it was really a actual driving car. This 6-year-old should be in a mental, not 6-year-old, I meant 6th grader. Sorry, I'm babbling here, but this just really pisses me off, and I'll explain in a bit. But this 6th grader should be in a mental asylum for that. That is insane. Like, really, the freaking, there should be a harsh punishment for the freaking 6th grader. And I don't know about the parents of that 6th grader, but they better be hiding their butts too, because God forbid, like, holy crap. Like, it is messed up. Now, the reason why I'm covering this, which, to be fair, I also am covering this because originally I thought this was going to be a Pokemon thing. Turns out not, but I still decided to cover it anyways because, hey, might as well, especially the situation, is I can't deny this is a big issue. I mean, everyone can jokingly say people have been bullied before, and I already told not only my story, but another incident way before. I think I still have that video up on the channel, but for context, if you don't remember, a couple of years ago, during my mother, which, by the way, of course, passed away last year, so, oh boy, mother's going to be great, but blah, blah, blah. My mother gave me a pack of Pokemon cards that were used, and she told me the story about that situation where a kid was planning to burn down his Pokemon cards because the people at his school, the students at his school, they were bullying him because he liked Pokemon and such. And it got so far that he was planning to literally end his own life through that. Real story, and the proof was actually on the cards because they had a little bit of ash on it. Those were the only cards left. He was attempting to do that. And as usual, I have to name drop this because it does surprise me when she revealed this fucking school, which was Hollis fucking Academy. And the reason why I say fucking, because first of all, it should have that name in that fucking academy, Hollis fucking Academy, is because I used to go there and I was severely bullied. And mind you, that's an elementary school. That's not a joke. That's an elementary school. Like, the bullying got so bad that I actually ran away from the school. I think I told this story before. I literally attempted to run away from that school, and I succeeded, by the way. Okay, not all the way. Luckily, I was picked up by the cops afterwards. No joke. Got a weird story too. But still, I exceeded running away from that school, and that should show you how bad Hollis Academy is. Like, not only they allow bullying, but they're not a safety school. And I don't care how much they grown. That school can go to fucking hell and all that thing. But the reason why I'm bringing all this up is bullying is very wrong in multiple ways. Like, it is a very seriously bad issue, to say the least. At least especially in schools. And the fact that these schools are not doing anything is a serious problem. Like, I already know there's already problems with schools already. Like, there's a ton of bullshit problems and such. But this is just insane. This is literally fucking insane. The fact that they thought, ooh, let's go ahead and allow these kids to attempt murder on this child. Like, no matter how you slice it, especially if you say, oh, this is just, literally just kids going too far. They may have not meant it. I don't care. First of all, they're psychologically torturing this poor boy. That's a fact. No matter what you say, bullying is psychological torture, no matter what. And I could be going extremes, but still, that should tell you how bad bullying is. But also, they're literally forcing. They almost killed this kid. This kid literally got hit in his legs in a car, or literally got thrown into a car, busted his kneecap, which I'm presuming. I keep saying kneecap. I don't know how it was, but I presume it's a kneecap. And almost lost a lot of blood over what fucking whatever. They never actually explained what the bullying was about too, which I bet a lot of money they did because they knew that they didn't, because this news people probably knew that if they did, it'd probably be much worse or some bullshit, which really shouldn't be the case. Like, seriously, is just unfortunate for this scenario. And it's just really, really bad. It is really just bad and sad. Like, the good news is at least the kid is all right and such. Like, I think he's going to make it, although it does sucks for him because he still has to go back to that school, I think. And even then, as explained in the newscast from their mother, literally, they not only is he no longer able to play outside because of all that gobbledygook, like he has to go to recess and all that, and yeah, he can't play with a broken leg. But apparently now the family is also in debt more. Turns out his father was in a similar thing, which I have a really bad question to ask. Was the Bullies inspired by that whole scenario? Because it sounds super similar to what happened to the father. They must have thought of that. I mean, I'm just throwing out stuff here, but it literally sounds like that. But it's really just sad as they're now in debt due to the hospital bills. And the mother, like, bless her heart, although I will say there's one, like, a teensy criticism I have against her a little bit, but not too bad because I understand what she's trying to do and it makes sense. She needs money. That's obviously the best way to help them. But weirdly enough, like, she's saying, oh, I got this small business. Please support this business. I'm like, you could have just said the GoFundMe. Like, they have a good GoFundMe. That is a fact. They made it crystal clear they do. But really, the small business, I feel like you need to get the money for the internet than your small business. I'm just saying, it feels like a wacky promotional stuff, which shouldn't be the issue. And again, it's a tiny criticism, and I don't mind getting shot with that. Because again, it's understandable. It is a serious situation. You know, because right now they're tight on money, and really it's because some idiot psychopathic child sought to murder their child, apparently. But it's like, really, you gotta advertise your business? I mean, I don't know. I'm just being neutral, but trust me, I understand, even though it's a bit annoying. I do understand. And it's really sad. Like, I really wish they advertised more of the GoFundMe than the whole nail salon, because that's not going to work. I feel like the GoFundMe is much more important. And they did say they have a GoFundMe. I couldn't find it in time making this video. And weirdly enough, the news broadcasts don't show the GoFundMe. They confirmed they have one, so you guys can go look it for yourself. But really, I feel like the more biggest way to help, other than give them money, because yes, you give them money, they need it all. They definitely need it, because there's no way a lawsuit is going to pass with this. Is really the message needs to be spread, because this is fucked up. This is so fucked up. Like, this kid did not deserve it. These schools should be held responsible, and I know the parents too, but I really also believe the schools should have stepped in, because many schools are not doing this. And it's just sad. It is a real factor in life, to say the least. And it just boils my blood. Because again, I know I've been bullied too, and I know I'm not trying to be super sad and pitiful and all that gobbledygook. But trust me, bullying does affect a lot of people, and I'm not the only one. I know there's a lot of people who are affected, and this kid is going to be haunted for the rest of his life. Like, the news people don't get into it. They do mention it, but trust me, I wouldn't be surprised this kid developed PTSD because a freaking bully attempted to murder him. That is a very sad situation that a kid should not have to deal with. That is just fucked up. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about it and spread it around. Hopefully that kid gets better, which I think he is. He's going to be fine. But really, I do agree with, I'm just glad they left the comment section in that news broadcast. And again, if you want more information, because it is a sad story and true story, link down below as always. Yeah, this has been Foxhat. Definitely snapping out of here. Bye.